Well, with the governor's new regulations going into effect at midnight, the city of Pittsburgh will also be limiting some of their operations and at the same time making sure they're limiting their possible exposure to COVID-19. Lisa Washington just got out of a press conference and tells us how they plan to shift their service, at least temporarily. Lisa, tell us what you've learned.
It is important to note that the emergency services are not being diminished, but those who are in need of some assistance will notice some changes when they do contact those emergency services. In a press conference earlier this morning, the director of Pittsburgh's Department of Public Safety was joined by the police chief and the chief and assistant chief of EMS. The emergency responding agencies are working together as they normally do, though they are now following some plans in an effort to keep the public safe and themselves during the coronavirus outbreak as more patients are being diagnosed with COVID-19. For example, Pittsburgh police are expanding their telephone reporting system, and a second person will not be allowed to accompany someone who's being taken to the hospital via an ambulance.
And with the telephone reporting unit, which we've always had, but we've enhanced it since this started, is to have more officers who can take more reports over the phone that are non-emergency, non-violent.
If someone can get a ride to the hospital on their own with a private vehicle, that's what we're going to recommend instead of putting an additional person in the ambulance.
So we have multiple layers of safety built in to evaluate people calling 911, to identify low risk and high risk patients and assure everyone gets appropriate care.
I think that it is going to be important as time goes on that people get out and at least take a walk. I hope that we don't come to the point that we have to maintain ourselves in the house or residence all the time.
And I did ask the director of public safety about the city's parks with the weather getting warmer and people being home from school and from work. He says that the parks will remain open. The park rangers will be there. They do want people to get out, maybe take a walk, but he says they should not gather in groups. Also, most of the information that we have been receiving from the Department of Public Safety has been via social media, but we're now being told they held this news conference because they know not everyone is on social media and they want to keep everyone informed. We're reporting live downtown. I'm Lisa Washington, KDKA News.